Hatep, Uncle Chesaneb, this is your brother Kepra Patah hollering at you once again. Tonight I want to talk about the connection between ancient Kemet and the Bible. Now, a lot of people will look at the Bible as a history book and leave it at that. I believe that the Bible is actually a little bit more than a history book because it's also containing sacred rituals and among other things. It's actually a conglomeration of 66 different books, and the Catholic Bible has 73 different books. The King James has the 66 books. And there's also historical evidence pointing to the Bible coming out of Alexandria, Egypt. But besides that, Egypt is the most mentioned civilization in the Bible besides Israel. The Bible mentions Egypt at least 765 times. Now, when you look into the book of Genesis, it talks about the 4 rivers that gush forth from the Garden of Eden or the Garden of Delight. And these 4 rivers is the Tigris and Euphrates, the Gihon, and Pishon. It says that the Pishon River flowed through the land of Havilah, where there is gold, and the gold of that land is good. It also says that there you will find the crystal and the onyx stone. The second river I'd like to talk about is Gihon. And this river is said to have gone around the land of Cush. And again, Cush is ancient Ethiopia. And Ethiopia is a Greek word meaning the sunburned people. So when you go and study Herodotus, who is said to be the father of history, he talks about 2 great Ethiopian nations. One he speaks about being in Africa and the other one being in India, right? So that's for another topic on another day. But when we look into the Bible, we'll discover that a lot of the sacred lands in that Bible was actually connected to Kemetic territory. And we'll see that around 1493 to 1492 BC, Thutmose I had expanded the Kemetic Empire all the way up into the Euphrates River. So you'll see that there's a lot of territory covered by ancient Kemet, and the fact that Kemet is very important because the Bible itself comes out of Kemet. It came out of Alexandria, Egypt, with the help of 72 rabbis working for Ptolemy. Not only that, but the Bible also talks about prophets who lived in Kemet, right? In which they refer to as Egypt. These prophets were none other than Moses and Aaron, Moses being considered the most important prophet in the Hebrew faith. And then you have Abraham, and you also have Joseph, right? And then you go further down and all the way into the New Testament, and you get Jesus himself. In the Bible, in Hosea, it talks about, out of Egypt have I called my son, referring to Israel. And then in the book of Revelation, it talks about Jesus being spiritually crucified in Egypt. Now, there's a lot more to this that I'd like to cover in future videos because there's a reason why I'm speaking about this. The Bible mentions the sons of Noah. And one of the main sons, actually there was 3 sons. There's Ham, Shem, and Japheth. And a lot of people talk about this curse of Ham. And there was never a curse of Ham, according to the Bible itself. In fact, it says that Noah cursed Canaan, not Ham, but Canaan. And it has something to do with the fact that Canaan was supposed to have looked the other way. But I guess he saw his father laying around drunk and naked and went and got his brothers. And his brothers had basically looked the other way and covered him up. So, for whatever reason, Noah comes out of his drunken state, angry at Ham, and then he says, "Cursed be Canaan," which is very interesting. You see, he wasn't able to curse Ham because Ham, Shem, and Japheth were supposed to have been blessed when they got off that boat, off the ark. But he was able to curse his son. He basically put a curse on his grandson, supposedly. And if you study and look into what the scriptures say, it talks about basically Canaan being hijacked because it was in the land of Canaan in which Israel eventually will attack and invade and take over. So there's more to this story, and we're going to cover this topic as time goes on. But there's a lot of significance when we look at the connection of ancient Kemet and the Bible, and Ham actually being a derivative of Cam. Cam meaning black. Ham is just another way of seeing Cam. Hence Kemet meaning the black land. So we're going to talk more about this in the future, but I'm going to wrap this up for now. If you would like to see me continue with my work, I'm trying to get this work to circulate through the algorithm, so don't forget to like and subscribe, and feel free to comment. This is your brother Kepra. I'm out. You have a blessed evening. Peace and blessings. Hatapu.